Hey, what's up, you guys? Today I'm doing a gear review or product review on a Benjamin Airbow. This thing has actually been out for a while. I think it came out in around 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. Um, and so I've actually had this one for a few years, and so I've definitely put it through a lot of the tests, killed a lot of animals with this air rifle. But essentially, that's exactly what this is. It is a um, pre-charged pneumatic air rifle, and this thing is unbelievably fast. It is powered by a internal compressed air container in here that charges up to 3,000 psi, and you charge it with essentially like a bicycle pump that has the gauge on there. Now, we'll say this takes a while to do it by hand, and you can also get the pre-charged containers, kind of like they do for like scuba tanks and things like that, but those get kind of pricey. So that's kind of the only drawback. Is I would say roughly it takes probably about 200 of your repetitions on there to get that to around the 3,000, which can be a little time consuming and a little tiresome, but overall, man, the results unbelievable. Anyway, the whole package comes with this 6x40 scope, and I actually have a laser sight on mine. I run my night vision headgear on this, and then I'll use my laser to just put it on for shooting pigs, so I don't actually have to have any movement. I just turn my laser on and shoot them. But the man, the simplicity of it is pretty amazing. It's 33 inches long total in volume, 7 pounds, which really isn't bad, but this thing stuffs in a backpack. You know, really convenient. And so once you get it all charged up and you're ready to go, you're caulking it with this, which is super easy to do. Goes down. It comes with 3 250 grain arrows and 100 grain field tips on there, but it slides over this little tube right here. So it's got a hollow shaft inside there, and it slides over the top of this, and the whole thing is hollow. So the air, when it shoots this out, the air is actually pushing at the back of the field tip, which means this is a lot more accurate because it's pushing from the front end instead of pushing from the back of the arrow, which would allow, you know, for flex and things like that. So once it's charged up, put that on, and it's actually got a kind of a little lock on here, so it just kind of pops in, and this thing's not going anywhere. I mean, it's in there to stay. And so you get it all teed up, put it on your mark, and this thing comes out at a blistering 450 feet per second, which is super fast. Just from experience, I would run when you're practicing getting this sighted in, is probably use the block or a target that's made for crossbows and this kind of speed, because it will blow right through just some of your traditional you know, archery compound bow targets. So, but man, like I say, I've been super happy with this thing. There's not a lot of states that will allow you to hunt with this, but there's just getting to be more and more that are kind of getting on the bandwagon. Now, I'm here in Texas, and they just allowed this last season, which was, I guess, 2019 season was the first year that we could use this, but only during general season, which is when they also allow crossbows. But early season, which is still archery only for us. But my main thing is shooting coyotes and pigs, and I actually have some other YouTube videos where you see me head shooting pigs with this. I mean, it's extremely accurate. And then so once you get this charged to 3,000 psi and you caulk this and you shoot it, it will allow 8 shots off of that single charge 8 shots at 450 feet per second before it then starts dropping down, you know, with a little less feet per second. But it's you'll get more shots out of this single charge than you'll have arrows. So anyway, these retail for around $1,000, and you know, which seems like a lot until you go to price brand new crossbows out there today, which some are insanely expensive, and there's just no maintenance to this. You don't have strings that you have to lubricate, and you know, cams or anything that has to be adjusted. This thing's been in it with me for the long haul, and it's pretty awesome. So we're gonna go over here and fire some shots so you guys can see what this thing does. All right, so we're set up here. We're at 30 yards, which is where you start your sight in process here. We're gonna feed this arrow onto this, and our scope is actually already pre-sighted for the distance. So once you get it sighted into your 30, all the rest of them on the inside reticle obviously has your marks on there, and those are already preset for your for this gun at your 3,000 psi. So anyway, we're gonna fire it off and see where we're at. Told you, this thing is smoking. So we're gonna go ahead and send 3 rounds down here. That way you get an idea of the grouping on this. Más. All right. So let's go see how we did. So anyway, like I said, this thing is freaking money. Once you get it sighted in, I mean, it is sweet shooting. Now it is super loud, as obviously you could tell, but I mean, the crossbow is super loud too. But how about that? That's at 30 yards. And that's actually with me. Just got done pumping this thing up, which, by the way, is around 250 like bicycle pumps on it, which is why I'm like profusely sweating, because it is kind of time consuming. It probably takes about 15 minutes just without completely burning your arms out trying to do that. But anyway, as you can see, dude, this thing is absolute money. So I'll take those groupings all day. All right, guys, so we're set up here now. We're going to blast off a 60-yarder and see where this thing ends up. Now, 60 yards is a pretty good poke at a whitetail. I wouldn't particularly plan to try to take a shot that far regardless. I mean, anything with an arrow, one slight bit of movement at that distance, you know, crosswind, anything can make for a really bad, unethical shot. But you know, if it's predator hunting or pig hunting, man, I'm sending it at 60. I mean, this thing is, like I say, at 450 feet per second, and this thing is on a rope. You know, I've got some YouTube videos that I've posted where I'm putting in the ear hole at 50 yards on some coyotes, and so like I say, man, I'm happy with this thing. It's pretty sweet. I wish I'd have discovered it sooner, but it literally just became legal to be able to deer hunt in a general season with these this last year. So anyway, I'm gonna shoot this one at 60 so you guys can see where it's at. But like I say, the caulking of it is super simple. It just backs off like this, folds over. We have it's a safety trigger here, so obviously my finger go on the front, but when I'm ready to aim or ready to fire, I just push that one forward and then pull back on the one behind it. And then if for some reason I go out and hunt and I don't discharge this, then decocking is the same way. I pull it back like this and I pull down on the trigger and then just let it forward like that. Now it's decocked and it won't fire. So but when I'm ready to go, just pull it back and we're ready to rock. So anyway, we're gonna sit in this one. I might shoot this locust that's super annoying right now in this video, but anyway, we're gonna send this one at 60 and see where we end up. Here we go. Let's go down here and see what we got and show you guys. Like I say, it's pretty loud, man. It's dang near as loud as a 22, but man, that thing is humming and it's on a rope. I'd definitely say there's no whitetail that's jumping your arrow at 30, 40 yards. I mean, it's just it's hit them before the sound gets there. But anyway, I'm not dead center on it, but pretty dang close. I mean, I'm off maybe ½ inch at 60 yards, and dude, that's definitely getting it, man. So anyway, if you guys if y'all have the opportunity in the locations that you live, it's legal for you to own them and shoot them there, man, they are a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. And you know, especially gives you a little bit of advantage during archery season. You know, once general season hits, but still using archery, especially if you're in an archery only county like I'm in, or that I hunt in most of the time. You know, gets late season, or you start hunting the rut, and you know, when bucks are just chasing like crazy, and it never fails, they're always a little too far out there for you to get a shot at them. I mean, you're dang near shooting a rifle at that point. And so anyway, it's got its pros and cons, but I definitely love shooting pigs and coyotes with it, man. It's pretty awesome. So you guys check it out. It is a Benjamin Airbow. Check y'all later.